Considering the generational diversity of my audience, I think it's appropriate and advantageous of me to explain the chosen adjective I use today as the topic for today's teaching, capping. And depending on what side of town you live on, many of you may think cap is this. It's something that you place on your head to keep it warm because it's cold outside. Maybe you're from Roebuck. You may think cap is this. You were born in the 60s or the 70s. And all of my seasoned saints remember when your drink came in a glass bottle and you had to break into it just to get something to drink. Or maybe you from Inslee. And you a buster cap. And the hood saint said, no, you a buster cap. You don't play no games. You wish somebody would. But I want to say although all of those are correct, they are just inaccurate for today's teaching. However, for the purpose of this presentation, I want to inform some of us and remind others of us that cap or capping is an urban euphemism that refers to overselling yourself, bloviating, lying, or exaggerating. When somebody's capping, they're doing the most over something that ain't even that deep. Therefore, when someone says no cap, they are suggesting that they are not lying, they are telling the truth, that they're for real, for real. And as I contemplated the concept of capping, I see how it is relevant to this series of sermons on faith that I'm teaching. And it makes me realize that the strength of your faith rests in the credibility of the person who your faith is in. The strength of your faith rests in the credibility of who your faith is in. Can I submit to you today that two people can say the same thing and you will walk away feeling like one person lied and one person was telling the truth based on the character of that individual? That two people can say the same thing, but what you believe isn't based on what comes out of their mouth. It's based on the character of the individual who's saying it. And what I want you to understand is, and to people who are frustrated as to why you don't believe them, it is simply put as this: it's not always what's said, sometimes it's who says it. It's not always what's said, it's sometimes who says it. And if we're going to improve on our faith, we must improve our awareness of God's credibility. And this scripture in Numbers does that for us because it clearly communicates that with God, there's no cap. He's credible. He's dependable. He's reliable. He does not exaggerate. He cannot bloviate. He does not lie. God can't lie. And notice I didn't say he doesn't lie. I said God can't lie. The book of Hebrews puts it like this: because God wanted to make the unchanging nature of his purpose very clear to the heirs of what he was promised, he confirmed it with this oath. God did this so that by two unchangeable things in which it is impossible for God to lie. Now, I know you're looking at me tripping because Pastor Mike, you told me last week God can do all things. But God also made a choice to limit himself to the degree that he made something impossible for him. He said, I'm going to do everything, but I'm going to put a law in place that I can't lie. He says, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Watch this. When it comes to God, there is no cap. So when I told you no weapon formed against you shall prosper, I meant what I said, no cap. When I said you're the head and not the tail, the lender and not the borrower, above and not beneath, I meant what I said. That's no cap. When I said your children shall be blessed, and they shall be blessed in the city and blessed in the field, blessed when they come and blessed when they go. Pastor Mike, I'm struggling. Delay is not denial. You may not have it now, but if I said it, it's coming. That's no cap. I'm going to catch somebody. When I told you in Ephesians 3:20, I said, now unto him who is able to do exceeding and abundant above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works within you, that was no cap. When I told you in Psalms chapter 30, verse 5, for his anger is but for a moment, here it is, but his favor is for a life. Get ready to shout. And weeping may endure for the night, but joy is coming in the morning. That was no cap. And many of you are sitting in here after 20 days of powerful fasting and praying. The greatest thing the devil has been doing to you for the last 7 days is trying to plant doubt in your mind. That fast didn't work. You went on a hunger strike. That wasn't a fast. You gave and you still ain't seen a miracle. I've been getting testimonies. I've been getting report that lupus has now been dissipated. Cancer can no longer be fined. Debts have been paid. My credit score jumped by 15 points. Look at God. I'm trying to tell you that although it may not have happened yet, God said it. It means it's on the way. God can't lie. And in developing your faith, you will have to fight doubt. And the revelation, this revelation is your weapon against doubt. What revelation is that, PMJ? Because for many of you, doubt, please take good notes, doubt shows up in the form of questions. Doubt shows up in the forms of questions. I'm going to catch you, okay? Can this happen for me? Will this happen for me? Who has this happened for who looks like me? So then you go to the devil that I call Google and you start Googling, can somebody do this? Has it happened before? Type in someone who started a successful business without funding. And because you can't find the example, you become doubtful when you don't realize you are the example you're looking for. What if you can't Google it because God's trying to make you who people gonna Google? I don't think you heard what I just said. God said, my hand is on your life, and you need proof when you're the proof people are going to turn to. He says, I take the foolish things of this world to confound. In other words, I'm going to always take stuff that look crazy and make it into something incredible so the world can't ever figure me out. He said, I'm going to take a nobody who everybody know they mess about, flip their life and make them somebody so they can sit back and say, it must have been him who did it. So as we strengthen our faith, I need you to strengthen your faith. As we strengthen our faith in all things, we strengthen our faith in this one thing. As you strengthen your faith in all things, I need you to strengthen your faith in this one thing. In other words, if you're having trouble believing God for what God can do, I need you to believe what he can't do. If you're having trouble believing what God can do, I want you to just fall and believe what God can't do. And the one thing he can't do is lie. And the problem many of you are going to have to wrestle with as you leave here today is not, is God lying? The question you're going to have to answer is, did God really say what you're standing on? Because if you're not careful, you can want something so bad, you make it look like God said it. No amens. You can want something so bad to make it look like, it will feel like God said it, when in actuality, you're fighting between his word and your will. You're fighting between his word and your will. If I tell my boys, hey, we're going to eat dinner tonight, then we get home and it's mashed potatoes and chicken, and then they look at me and say, Dad, but you said we're going to Chick-fil-A. No, I didn't. I said we're eating dinner. You wanted Chick-fil-A. So although I said dinner, you heard your want, not my word. And many of you are frustrated with God right now because, Pastor Mike, you're sitting here telling me God can't lie when in reality, he's told me stuff that he hasn't done. My pushback to you today is, did he really say it, or is that something you just really wanted? I don't think you heard what I just said. Did he really say it, or is it something you really want? And I want you to understand that contextually, this is what's happening at this part of the story in Numbers. God's people were progressing to a place called Canaan. Canaan represents God's preferred future for Israel. Canaan represents God's preferred future for Israel. God can't lie. He told Israel, I'm taking you to the promised land, yet they're in bondage. But delay is not denial. They're in the wilderness. And you remember this as you matriculated through Sunday School 101, that the wilderness is the season of their life where they have to pray for food. You remember they were in the wilderness and they were hungry. They prayed and food fell from where? The sky. He made food, manna fall from heaven. The wilderness, I pray you can catch what I'm teaching today, represents the season of their life where they had to pray for food. Canaan, when they get there, food is present. Wilderness, I had to pray for it, then wait. Canaan, it's there when I get there. This is for 7 of you. God said, I am shifting you from a season where you had to pray for it to a season where you're thanking him that you got it. You missed what I just said. Make that make sense, Pastor Mike. God says, because of your faithfulness, one season where you had to pray that he would do it, I'm going to bless you in such a way in this next season, you're going to have so much of it. All you're going to have to do is stop and say, God, I don't know who that's for. That your season for praying for finances is coming to an end. You finna get to a season where you're going to be finding money and clothes that you ain't wore in months. That God said, I am shifting you from praise to thanksgiving. This is critical because praise, I told you 4 weeks ago, praise is faith talking. That whenever I want to show God what my faith is, I just praise him. Why? Because I don't need evidence in order to thank God for it. Praise is praising God with no evidence. Why? I can shout even though I don't see it because I'm shouting not based off of what I see. I'm shouting based off of who said it. So hear me, what you prayed for in the last season, you're getting ready to have so much of it in this season, you just gonna have to thank him for it. They're on a journey that they get to a place called Moab. Now watch me when I say this, they're headed to Moab. I need you to catch this now. They are headed to Moab. They come out of Egypt, and I wanna read this to you. On their journey, they get to a place called Moab, and there is a leader there named Balak. Remember that name, what's his name? Balak, who is intimidated by their progress. He had no issue with their exodus out of Egypt, but becomes intimidated by their advancement because now he feels like they are encroaching on his territory. He didn't have a problem with them progressing. He just had a problem with them progressing so far. All right, okay, y'all don't got it. Let me make it make sense, okay? So the children of Israel are in Egypt, right? They're in Egypt. So think about this. They on Facebook, right? They on Facebook and they type on Facebook, hey, we in Egypt. Pharaoh is mean. He beating us. He whooping us. This don't make no sense, all right? So then Balak puts in the comments, that ain't right. I'm praying for y'all. God gonna favor y'all. Stay faithful. He gonna show up, all right? Then all of a sudden, Moses goes into the comments and he says, hey, stop tripping. I'm on the way, all right? So then Balak clicks Moses' page and Moses' profile page says, hey, I was chilling in the woods, chilling, minding my business. A tree caught on fire. I heard Jesus talking to God, talking to fire. He told me to go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Boom. Next post, hey, Israel, I'm on the way. Don't have a car, but I'm walking. But when I get there, it's on and popping. They in work now like, hey, have y'all seen Moses post? Who's Moses? I don't know who Moses is. He's some dude who headed this way. Go like it. Moses get 2 million likes. Boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, the children of Israel post, Moses here. He just told Pharaoh, let my people go. Balak go in the comments, look at God. That's what I'm talking about. God finna do it for y'all. It's finna happen. It's finna happen. Pharaoh puts in the comments, y'all ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, work harder and do what you gotta do. Then Moses posts another post, hey, get ready. I'm finna perform a miracle. The sea turned to blood. All the animals start dying. People start losing their mind. They say, I told y'all to let me go. Pharaoh puts in the comments again, I said what I said. I ain't letting y'all go. Balak goes up under that. Y'all just stay faithful, man. If God did it for me, he can do it for you. He put a heart up under it. Then all of a sudden, Moses put another post. Hey, everybody who see this post, go put some blood on your doorpost because death coming. And whatever house don't have death, gonna kiss death. Then after that, the children of Israel put OMG, death. Just passed over me. Somebody else posted, you ain't gonna believe this. Mama was sick and I thought she was finna die, but because I had blood on me. So then another person typed, what can wash away my sins? Nothing but. And then another person from Inslee put, hey y'all, I got a public service announcement. What's the public service announcement? The blood still works. So Facebook going crazy, all right? So then Pharaoh like, hey, Moses, if you read this, come see me. Moses goes and sees him. He says, whatever you got to do, take them people out of here. Then all of a sudden, they posted, oh my God. It's right there on Facebook. He said, oh my God, we free, y'all. They done let us out. Oh my, see, it's right there. Look what children of Israel posted. They posted, we leave in Egypt. Pharaoh, let us go. Moses is a bad boy. Moses put, we out of here. Balak, the king of Moab. See how he spelled the king of Moab. Oh, this is fire. And I'm telling you, so he's doing that. Then they posted another post, right? And the next post was real colder than that one. What did the next post say? The next post said, watch this. It said, oh my God, I can't believe it. We're walking through. Hey, y'all, we at the Red Sea. We don't know what we going to do. Moab, look what Balak put. I can't believe this. Because they're at the Red Sea. And they're like, we don't know what we going to do. One person put mountains to the left of us, mountains to the right of us. It's a Red Sea in front of us. Then Moses was like, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to just stretch out my rod. So then they start posting more stuff. You ain't gonna believe what God just did. Look at this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. The Red Sea parted and Pharaoh, y'all sleep on me today. Y'all missed it. One person went to Instagram and they took a selfie. You see that water behind me? That used to be on the ground, now it's at my back. Another person posted a selfie with a shark. You see this shark? He want to eat me, but he can't reach me. Why? Because God is protecting. Okay, let me pause for a minute. If God ain't never brought you through some stuff, you can sit there and be quiet. But if God been protecting you, you ought to jump up, sit down, and shout, he kept me. All right. So watch this now. So look at it. He's like, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Pharaoh did so-and-so and Pharaoh drowned. So all of a sudden, what did he do? He liked it and he sent the thumbs up. Now he's saying, hey y'all, we walking through the wilderness. Everything going good. We chilling and relaxing. Now Balak puts it on the screen. I want them to see these posts so they know I'm not lying. Look what he says. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. The sea parted and Pharaoh drowned. He like, boom, thumbs up. You see how the comments are changing? Then look at the next post. Go to the next post. They're not gonna see this. That all of a sudden he's tripping now. He can't figure out why it's moving like this. And he posts again. What does he say, Pastor Mike? He said, hey y'all, we in the wilderness. We rolling up on Moab. We like 45 miles from Moab. All of a sudden now they don't like anything else. What do, Pastor Mike? They don't like anything else. All they begin to do from this point on is just like it. He don't put no comments. It went from comments and prayers. You're gonna see all your haters in a minute. Comments and prayers, comments, prayers. Now he just liking stuff. That's all he doing. He just liking stuff. He frustrated, he irritated, he aggravated, and they posting out, hey y'all, didn't know how we was gonna eat. Food fell from the sky. Like. Hey y'all, don't know how we gonna drink. Water came from the rock. Like. Hey y'all, then one of his homeboys posted, hey, I was out walking, minding my business, ran into the children of Israel. They almost in Moab. Moab says, hold on. Moab stops liking posts. He stops commenting at this point. All he does now is watch the page. That's kind of what it looked like. They texting each other because you know how messy people do. They don't like it. They don't comment. They just screenshot and shoot it to you. You miss it. So all of a sudden, y'all gonna catch this in a minute. They posted, we almost at Moab. And look what he posted. Are you serious? Because he didn't mind them coming out. See, he didn't mind them when they were in bondage. He celebrated them. He didn't mind them when he thought the Red Sea was going to stop them. He prayed for them. Because people don't have a problem with you coming out. They got a problem with you coming up. I don't know who I'm preaching to in here. And I came to make an announcement. If you like me down, you're going to be sick in the next season. Because this ain't my season to come out. This is my season to come. Look at somebody and say, I'm coming up. He is operating in fear. He is operating in fear. Balak's attitude reveals he's living a life driven by fear. And faith should not be a response to crisis. Faith should not just be a response to crisis. Many of you only use your faith when stuff finna go crazy. When you apply for a job you don't think you're gonna get, now you want faith. When it's time to pay a bill and you ain't got the money, now you want faith. When somebody break your heart and you need to bounce back, now you want faith. When the Bible clearly says that the talented tent maker from Tarsus, Paul, titillates us with tough theology found in the book of Romans, he says the just shall live by faith, which means you ought to wake up in faith. Go in your kids' room and say, by faith, they're going to be up when I get there. By faith, they ain't going to fire me this week. I should live by faith. And when you live by faith, Balak is living by fear. Okay, here it is. Put your seatbelt on. And fear produces a scarcity mindset. Fear produces a scarcity mindset. Pastor Mike, what's a scarcity mindset? A scarcity mindset means is when you assume that more for them means less for you. A scarcity mindset is when you assume that more for them means less for you. Balak had no idea that God doesn't have to ruin someone else's life just to bless your life. And people in your life got it twisted because they actually think if God bless you, it's going to impact what God's doing for them. When they don't realize God is God enough to bless everybody at the same time. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, be grateful you sit next to me. It ain't a hating bone in my body. If God bless you before he blessed me, I'ma shout for you, because what he doing for you ain't got nothing to do with what he doing for me. What he giving you ain't got nothing to do with what he doing for me. This is a public service announcement to every hater, to every fake friend, to every family member. You ain't got to be mad because God blessing me. The same God that blessed me can bless you too. No cap. Touch somebody and shout, he preaching to me. Balak was tripping. Balak was tripping. Balak was tripping. Why was he tripping, PMJ? He's tripping because Balak thought if they came, it was going to hate on what he was doing. Balak had no idea. If he would have just let that alone, God could have blessed all of them at the same time. And I got to get you delivered from people with a scarcity mindset. And I want to say this. You ain't going to say amen. It's cool in the game. I got to say this, and I pray it blesses your life. You have to break some of these unhealthy soul ties that are in your life. Look at me. I'm not talking about sexual soul ties, because that's the only type of soul tie we ever talk about in church is who you slept with and your ex and a soul tie. No, there are people in your life who the only connection y'all have is y'all dysfunction. So because both of us whores, we get along good. Because both of us lie, we get along good. Because all of us broke, we get along good. Because none of us go to church, we get along good. But the moment you get a man, see, a dysfunctional scarcity mindset individual don't mind you getting a man, just don't act like a wife. They don't mind you getting some money, but just don't stop giving it to me. They will take you to the club, but won't come to church with you. Because I didn't mind you going to church, but I didn't think you was going to actually change. If you like me down, I don't need you in my life. Give me some people who want to see me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Which is why a lot of y'all hiding your improvement. Which is why you praying in the closet. Which is why you trying to do better and you still hanging around certain people, and now when you get around them, it's like you having to force yourself to have a good time. You want to know why? It's because the healthy you and the dysfunctional you is now at odds. The dysfunctional you like, let's turn up. The healthy you like, for what? Last time we turned up, everything got turned off. A scarcity mindset makes you believe That there aren't enough jobs, so you're gonna hate on anybody who get one. That there aren't enough spouses, so instead of being happy for people who get what they need, you hate on. I don't know why. I don't even know how they did. You know half the stuff they did. A scarcity mindset will have you making yourself believe that a scarcity, what's the danger of a scarcity mindset? It makes enemies out of people who could be allies. Balak had no idea. Think about this. If there are multiple millions of the children of Israel coming his way, and he befriends them, that means he inherits millions of people who can help his fields, help his land, and protect his city. But he's so dysfunctional. He turned a friend into an enemy. I'm gonna say this. You ain't gonna say amen, and it's cool in the game, but a scarcity mindset will have you mad at folk who don't even know you exist. See, this making sense to a couple of y'all. It be having folk in competition with you, and you didn't even realize y'all were competing. Preach, PMJ. I'ma free you. When you get to work this week, they gonna walk up to you and say, when I first saw you, I didn't even like you, and I ain't wanna have nothing to do with you. But now that I know you, you're gonna look back at them and say, I didn't do nothing to you. That was that scarcity mindset that my pastor told me about Sunday, because you looked at me and thought I was in competition with you. Let me make myself clear. I don't even wanna be here. I'm here because I got bills to pay. And when I'm done paying them bills, God gonna give me my own stuff. Touch somebody and shout, you better get free from that. It's called, somebody shout yes. A scarcity mindset. I had somebody call me this week. Carrie had somebody call me this week, man. It's tripping because they tried to prophesy to me and tell me it was gonna happen. Because I had people who was calling me up, man, I'm finna drop a song. Man, I'm praying for you. Man, I'm finna drop a song. Man, I'm praying for you. Man, I'm finna drop a song. Man, whatever I gotta do to help you, just let me know. And they would call me, man, how your song doing? Well, just be patient, because I'm telling you, it took me 6 years to get song. It took me 7 years. It's gonna be lonely. It's gonna be hard. Don't look for no immediate gratification. And all of a sudden we hit billboards, and it go from a call to just a text. I'm like, hey, I called you, man. Hey, I'm busy. Congratulations. Keep doing your thing. Then all of a sudden you're nominated. And all of a sudden now it go to an Insta story post. Not even a text, just congratulations, because they know that ain't gonna stay up there long. So they just leave it up there long enough for you to see it, to let everybody know that that's a whole nother story. So then they hit me up. So now I'm blowing them up, Carrie. Hey, call me. What's going on? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. The quickest way for God to show you who is for you is for him to do something for you. Because I don't need you to text me, I'm praying for you when I'm down. I need you to be with me saying, when I win. I don't know who I'm preaching to in here, but a scarcity mindset will have you jealous of people. It produces an attitude that is easily intimidated by others. A scarcity mindset will have you walking around thinking people after you. A scarcity mindset will have you walking around feeling like you're inadequate. A scarcity mindset will have you on Instagram looking at other people's blessings, now trying to get you to rush what God is trying to develop. I'm talking heavy if you receive that, which is why many of you need to log off. You busy looking at somebody's chapter 10 when you're just in chapter 2, when you don't know what that chapter 3 through 9 look like. I'm preaching to somebody in here. A scarcity mindset realizes that jealousy is in me. It produces an attitude that is easily intimidated by others. Faith, and I need you to catch this now, a scarcity mindset says there isn't enough. And even if that was true, it doesn't mean there isn't enough for you. And I came to make an announcement. Am I doing all right today? I came to make an announcement. Your haters aren't mad at you. They're really mad at God. They just take it out on you. I'm gonna say that again. Your haters aren't mad at you. They're really mad at God. They just take it out on you. See, they don't know how to process the fact that they've been doing what they've been doing as long as they've been doing it. Then here you come out of nowhere when they don't realize you're out of nowhere ain't even out of nowhere, because they weren't with you on the backside of the mountain. They weren't with you when you had to cry yourself to sleep. They weren't with you when you made certain things happen that people still don't realize what you had to sacrifice to make happen. God says, fear. Fear has a scarcity mindset, but faith, I may preach today. has a surplus mindset, okay? A surplus mindset. What does a surplus mindset mean, PMJ? God will find a way to get to you what needs to get to you. A surplus mindset means God will find a way to get to you what he needs to get to you. I'm finna have church by myself. Because here's a prophetic word for those of you who done prayed, fasted, and gave. Here it is right here. Get ready because God's about to make unexpected things come from unexpected places. Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me. God's about, I feel my help coming now. God, that's my mamba mode from this. I feel something now. God's about to make unexpected things come from some unexpected. Pastor Mike, that sound good, but ain't no biblical text to back that up. Come here, Moses. Moses' whole life is indicative of water. You don't believe me? Moses, they finna kill all the kids. This is what I'm gonna do. Put your baby in a basket. They put the baby in a basket or an ark. That's a whole nother sermon. Put him in the water. He floats down the river. Pharaoh's daughter sees this basket in the river. She pulls him out of water, sees it's a baby. She says, I'm gonna name you Moses, because Moses means drawn from water. He rescues the children of Israel. They get to the Red Sea, which is a body of water. Now they're in the wilderness and everybody thirsty. God says, I'm gonna give you, but all I need you to do is strike. I object. God, I want to argue you didn't make water appear in that rock. Mike, you tread lightly. You better stop. I want to argue that you didn't make water just appear in that rock. Mike, you bordering blasphemy, and I'm going to have to strike you down. Now, you better cut this out. God, before you act, give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. You better hurry up. Okay, God, this is all I'm saying. I did some research. I'm listening. And I found out that water can exist in gas, liquid, or solid form in the pores of a rock. What you trying to say, Mike? So what I'm trying to get my church to realize is water didn't magically appear inside a rock, because water can be found in gas, liquid, or solid form in the pores of a rock. So when God brought water out of a rock, he was actually demonstrating that he is able to reach deep within us and pull out of the cracks and crevices of our existence that which we didn't even know was there. He said, Mike, you are absolutely correct. I didn't just make water appear. It was a little water at the top and a little gas at the bottom, but I'm God enough to pull it all together and pull it out of you. I don't know who's gonna catch this, but for everybody, God can't lie. He called me the head and not the tail, but I'm living like the tail. Get ready, because he's about to pull it. There's a millionaire in you you ain't met yet, but if you be faithful, he gonna pull it out of you. It's a husband in you if you pray for him and stop cussing him out and watch God. I don't know who I'm preaching to, but if you know it's more in you than you realize, and that this year, God's about to start pulling. I ain't even know you could do all that. I know. You couldn't see it because you didn't have the power. He's pulling. He's getting ready to make unexpected things come from unexpected places. Pastor Mike, that sound good. Hey, God, remember when Peter needed some money? Yeah, tell him about that story. Okay, yeah, my homeboy Peter, right? He was hungry. He didn't have no money to do nothing, right? He told God, I need some money. He said, this is what I need you to do. Go to the river. He said, no, I'm gonna go to the bank. He said, why are you going to the bank? He said, because that's where the money at. He said, no, I want you to go to the river. He said, God, stop tripping. Money is in a bank. I don't need to go fishing. I need money. He said, go to the river. I put some money. You're going to catch this in a fish's mouth, okay? Peter goes to the river. He goes fishing. Booyah. He goes, pulls the fish out, and inside his mouth is some money. Okay, God, I ain't tripping, but how did the money get there? Can I use my imagination? Go ahead, Mike, I trust you. All right, so what if God, he had a fisherman on the sea, right? He on his boat fishing, then the wind came, but I ain't tripping because who's in control of the wind?
God. And then all of a sudden the waves rock the boat, right? But I ain't tripping because who's in charge of the waves? God. So God made the boat rock. When the boat rocked, his pocket shook, all right? $2 fell out his pocket, boom, hit the water, all right? I said, but God, here's why I'm tripping, because if it hit the water, it should have sunk to the bottom. He said, Mike, but I got a habit of always using fish to hold stuff. I said, God, what you talking about? He said, you remember when Jonah got in the water? He should have sunk, but I'm God enough to send something. Yeah. Okay, so he said, Mike, I said, God, I'm tripping. He said, what I did was I had the fish hold the money, but the money should have told the fish stomach up. He said, yeah, but I had to show him that I'm a God of double. 2020, double, 2020, God, double, 2020, 2020, double. God, what do you mean? He said, because most people so busy shouting that it was money in the mouth of the fish, they don't realize he got the money and a meal. Y'all miss what I just said. Y'all miss what I just said. He needed money to go get something to eat and don't even realize he got the money and a fish. Get ready, because God said this year, I'm finna start giving you double in places you didn't even realize it. Reach over that neighbor and high five another neighbor and shout double, double. Say, everybody on this row finna walk in double this year. Double favor, double grace, your finances gon' double, your joy gon' double, your influence gon' double, your resource gon' double. Touch 10 people and shout double. That's why you got to be careful who in your circle this year. Because stuff going to happen for you, and your response going to make them think you ungrateful. Because something going to happen for you. Man, I just got a car. They're going to be like, man, that's good. And like, yeah, it's cool. What you mean? That couldn't be it. Like, what you mean it couldn't be it? Because God is not a man. He can't lie. And I know he told me this year was going to be double for me. So what are you talking about? You better be grateful you got a car. No, you be grateful you got a car. This going to be the year I get the car at the price I want. This year, I'm gonna get the job, the benefits, and the bonus. No, this year, I'm not just getting a girl, I'm getting a wife who loving, faithful, loyal, paid, and bad. You missed what I just said. I want double. You ain't got to shout, but every person, God did not let you go through all the stuff that you've been through for no reason. If this is your double season, you ought to jump up and shout double, double, double. Double, 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 double. Hey, yeah. Job, come here, Job, who lost everything, and the Bible says in the end he got. I want to prophesy that whatever you lost, since you were faithful in your losing season, he gonna give you double in your winning season. Let everything. Grandmama, I'm trying to be dignified. I feel so Baptist today. I'm a holler today, I feel it. Grandmama was trying to let you know double was coming. She was trying to give you the formula for double. She was like, no, you can't hold nothing back from God. You got to put it in his hands. You're like, Mama, I'm not going to do that. Then Grandmama said this and that. I put it, because he can't fix what you won't release. He gonna fix your finances and your family. And Balak tripping, right? Balak tripping. He tripping. Balak, Playboy, he tripping. Balak tripping. Oh my God. They finna come get me. They finna come get me. Do me a favor, go get Balaam. Say Balaam. Balaam is a prophet. He says, go get Balaam. Hey, Balaam, come here. Do me a favor. Go curse them. Balaam like, I'm not finna curse these folks. These folks ain't did nothing to me. Balaam, hey, do what I said do. Balaam didn't want to do it, but after a while, he gave in. Balaam gets on his donkey, right? He gets on his donkey. He starts riding his donkey, right? All of a sudden, the donkey stops and backs up, okay? He hits the donkey. Gow. He goes forward and he backs up, okay? He hits the donkey again. Bow. He goes forward and it backs up. Then the donkey just falls out. And immediately the third time, the Bible says, the angel of the Lord asked him, why have you beaten your donkey 3 times? I have come here to oppose you. Listen clearly, because the path you are on is reckless. Leave that scripture on the screen. I need you to catch this. Here's a word for some of you who feel like God is helping you, and you think just because you ain't catching hell, God is blessing what you're doing. God didn't say he was wrong. He said he was reckless. You touching something you ain't asked me for permission for. Now look at this next verse, and I want to say this to you. Just because you are advancing doesn't mean you're progressing. Just because you're moving don't mean you're progressing. Go back to the scripture. I want them to see this now. I want them to see this. Look what he says. I oppose you because of your reckless one before me. Look at the next verse. I need you to catch this now. Next verse. The donkey saw me and turned away from me. Watch this now. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If it had not turned away, I would have killed you and spared it. I don't think y'all hear what I'm talking about. Balak, whose heart is in fear, influences a prophet to go curse the children of Israel. He gets on his donkey, all right? Gets on his donkey, boom, beats the donkey 3 times. Donkey passes out. Our angel says, hey boy, you better stop. Had this donkey not stopped, I would have killed you. And everybody can't shout about this, but sometimes big blessings show up as big roadblocks. All right, I got to separate the real from the fake. Everybody can't shout over this, but it's real in here because I want to discuss you. So Balak tells Balaam, go talk to him. I want you to go curse him. Balaam gets on his donkey. 3 times he beats the donkey. Donkey pass out. Angel appears as a roadblock and says, hey, you better stop what you're doing because you're reckless. And if the donkey had not stopped, I would have killed you and spared it. I need you to catch this now because anybody can shout for the times God made a way. I've grown to a point where I can thank God for the times he got in the way. Michael, I can thank God. I dare you to praise God for the person you wanted, but you couldn't get your hands on. See, you don't even know how to shout. Because truth be told, they was finna get all that work, but you couldn't get your hands on them. Then you found out they drove somebody else crazy, and you can sit back and say, God, I thank him for the accident you weren't in. Thank him for the night you was finna go out, but you fell asleep. Then you got a phone call. They was in the club shooting. I don't just shout that he made a way. I can thank God that he got in the way. Pastor Mike, I'm trying to take my career to another level and it won't move. I'm trying to take my family to another level and it won't move. I'm trying to take my money to another level and it won't move. It may not be the devil. God may have you at a roadblock. Donkey. That's another word for a donkey I can't find right now. What's that word? So I won't go viral. Yeah. Donkey. God might be telling you to back. Because every roadblock ain't the devil. Y'all see how much I've matured? Because the old me would have preached. But every roadblock ain't the devil. James, I tell you, it was a record deal I wanted to sign so bad. Oh my God, I wanted to do it. I'm so glad God closed that door. For years, I have been calling different record labels, trying to get on. I'm glad God closed that door. Because what I wanted wasn't what I needed. Am I preaching to anybody? I want to go ahead and prophesy. Because I don't know who you are, and God's telling me to touch and agree with you, but you may sit there in fear because it's about 5 of y'all who are still living in regret to some stuff that didn't happen. And God told me to send a release to your life this year that had it happened, it probably would have killed you. Yeah, had you got that dream job with the immaturity state you was in, you would have lost God and everything else. But God says, my ways are not your ways and mine. He says, watch this. He says, sometimes he's blocking us from something that would kill us. He tells Balaam, Balak, he's walking in fear. Balak says, come here. He said, come here. Okay, I hear your little story about the angel, whatever. Do me a favor. Just go look at him. If you go look at them and go spy on them, you will see they nasty, they liars, they having sex, they living wild, they ain't even grateful. And Balaam goes and looks. Here it is. But just because we see the same thing doesn't mean we gonna feel the same way. I don't think y'all hear me. Sometimes you gotta thank God for the blessing of your own decision. Did you catch what I just said? I told my pastor from Tuscaloosa, Hollis, and I'm so proud of what he's doing. But during the 7 days of fast, and I heard the Holy Spirit tell me, there are certain people I don't think you ever gave a legit decision to. Yeah, it's certain people who are gonna do stuff for me because they love me. That if I look at them and say, hey, will you do so-and-so, even if they don't want to do it, they just gonna do it because I wanna make pastor mad. And I couldn't really feel in my heart, I gave him a legit shot to do what he wanted to do. I had to send him a letter and say, hey, do me a favor. Man, I was praying and fasting during Seek Week. I want to say this to you. If in your heart you want to do your own church, you can rename Rock City Tuscaloosa to whatever you want. I'm going to pay for it up until this date and make sure you got everything you need. I said, I want to make sure you get a chance to choose your destiny. See, because when you got a scarcity mindset, you think if it ain't yours, it ain't going to work. But I'm the type of person, I want everybody around me to have a choice in their destiny. He said, Pastor, no, I'm good. I'm with you. I said, I understand. I said, it was nothing you did. I said, but I just want the 40-year-old you to look back at the early something you and say, you know what? This was my choice. Be careful of people who try to make you see what they see. No, see, some of y'all loyal and don't even realize your loyalty getting you hurt. You don't like people, and them people ain't even did nothing to you. You don't like them because somebody else told you to come look at them. And God does not need permission from anybody to fulfill his promise for you. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I gotta go. Look at this, 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 look at this. Balak says, do me a favor. I said go curse him. Go curse him. Balaam comes back. Now I can get to all that was my introduction. This is my message. Go to Numbers chapter 19. Go to Numbers, first slide. He says, what you want me to do? He said, go curse him. He said, for what? Go curse him. He says, God is not a man. He can't lie. He is not human, so he does not change his mind. Has he ever spoken and failed to act? Has he ever promised and not carried it through? Listen, I received the command to bless. Watch this. God has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. And Balak like, no, you tripping. Go curse him. He said, even if I wanted to. Can I free you real quickly? You so busy worrying about what people saying, when regardless of what they say, they can't reverse what God said about you. I had somebody inbox me this week. They said, man, I've been hating on you for 8 years. He said, every time you do something, I can't stand it. He said, I just came to this conclusion. God must like you. And I responded back. I said, what do you mean? He was like, man, we have done everything we possibly could to destroy you. And every time we turn around, and I said, it ain't me. Look at me. Because the same thing on my life, on your life. The difference between you and I is that I believe God can't lie. And God, look at me, I gotta sing home, is about to give you something I want you to write. Please listen to your pastor. Something I want you to write, something I want you to type if you have your phone, called divine vengeance. Help me, Holy. Divine vengeance. Pastor Mike, what is this? Divine vengeance means God won't always hurt somebody who's done bad to you. Let me pause right there for a minute. All right, because there are times, this is why people better be careful who they put their mouth on. Look at your pastor. It's going to be stuff you hear about people that ain't your place to speak on that, because you don't know what God promised them. Did you catch that, James? You don't know what God promised them. See, because there are certain instances where God will hurt you for touching his prophet. God will hurt. See, this is why certain people who did you wrong, it look like wrong. Y'all laugh on Color Purple when she look at him and say, until you do right by me. What happened after that? That farm went down because she had a promise on her life. Why do you think at the end of the movie, he went and took every dime he had and went and gave her, not her sister, her promise? The whole movie was about a sister who had a love and a passion. As she's walking away, they're communicating through covenant. He gave her her promise. And when he got her promise, what happened in the end? The whole farm. His children didn't amount to anything. His cattle died. His farm died because he put his hands on somebody God made a promise to. So there are times when God will hurt people. You better hear me when I say this. You better hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. Be careful who you put your mouth on. I heard that ain't your place. Well, how they doing? That ain't your place. People call me all the time. Pastor Mike, you heard about? No, God bless you, I'll call you back. I don't know if God got his hand on them or not. And to speak against who God got his hand on is to speak against God. What you're really saying is God picked wrong. Y'all missed what I said. So divine vengeance is not something bad happening to those, isn't always something bad happening to those that have done bad to us. This is going to tear the church up. It's something good happening to us in spite of them, and God keeping them around long enough to watch it. He prepares a table before me in the presence. You so busy running people off. God said, don't run nobody else off. You live your life. The people who need to fall off, gonna fall off. He said, but there's certain people I'm gonna keep around, because I need them to see what I'm finna do in your life. Okay, if I'm talking to you, you're gonna jump up with me. If I'm talking to you, wait, if I'm talking to you, you're gonna jump up with me. We're finna go home. Have you ever been out on a good day? I'm talking about everything right. Fit right, hair right, makeup, lashes right, jeans right, J's right, hat. You killing. And you bump into somebody from yesterday, and they sitting there with that bubble gum. Then all of a sudden they look like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing all right. All right, cool. Yeah, like you don't know nobody. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. Then all of a sudden you walk to your little car. Then you look and they still sitting there looking, because they thinking to themselves, I thought it was over. No, you left. The favor didn't. When you leave here today, I want you to take the best picture you can take and just put over it divine vengeance. Meaning everybody who thought it was over for you, they finna get a front row seat at your come up this year. They finna get a front row seat at what God is doing. This is your season, and it may not look like it, but God can't lie.